Coming out to the whips. As you guys can see, I literally have like all my tools out and everything ready to go. And that's because today we are working on this butte right here. Just fill you guys in real quick what's going on with this. If you guys watch my channel, obviously you've known that I've been talking about like autocross and everything like that. And you know, that I've been saying like I want to build this car pretty much track oriented. Right, so I was at a car meet the other night and I actually met up with a subscriber who drives a Honda Civic as well, and we were bullshitting and everything like that, and he told me that there's a track night coming up soon at one of the tracks that's actually close to me, and it's an autocross event. It really like sparked interest, and you know, I told myself I want to get this thing like out on the track at least once before the season's over. So therefore, we are going to get Midnight prepped this whole week. As it sits right now, this thing is absolutely incredible. It's just the only problem I'm having is the braking and the rear. It has kind of like body roll, so like swaying in the rear, and you know, my tires aren't the best on this thing right now either. You know, the fronts are pretty bald. So coming into the trunk here, and I've had these in here for about like months now, you can see I have the 2 tires in here, and then I have the other 2 in the house. So I'm really gonna focus this week and try to get these mounted as well for the event on the 29th. So talking about the brakes, I'm literally running just regular Duralast right now, just golds I think, or whatever. They're pretty cheap. I mean, they work good, they're quiet. If I want to hit the track and have some fun and some stopping power, I'm going to upgrade to these beautiful beasts right here. You guys are probably wondering like why I went with these and why I didn't go with like Hawk or like Brembos or whatever else is good for brake pads. Well, first things first, this is going to be my first actual time on the track, so I didn't want to go like too crazy expensive because I'm probably going to end up upgrading anyways eventually, like next year. But you know, the second reason why I got these, and I'm going to open up the box for you guys, is because the quality on these things looks absolutely outstanding. Third reason, if you guys watch my videos, you know I'm always about like budgets and pricing and everything. Well, let me tell you right now, for the fronts alone, these things were the best price that I possibly found. I thought they were going to be like 150 bucks. The guy scanned them for me. They ended up coming up to like 75 bucks. Really can't beat that price. So I know some of you guys plan on upgrading to these eventually, so I'm going to show you guys exactly what these look like. Look at this. Look at that. Literally carbon fiber, guys. There's carbon fiber in these brakes. Let's get to the actual money here. Look at this. Got some new shims right here. Look at these. No lie, these are probably the best brakes. Look at that. These are like the best looking brake pads I have ever seen. Let's get wrenching because I want to see how these things perform. I'm going to get newer drilled and slotted rotors, but for now I'm just going to eat up the regular OEM ones. Alright guys, we got the tire off. We're going to go ahead and work on taking the caliper off right now. Alright, so guys, for the first 2, you got the top caliper bracket bolt, which is a 14 millimeter, and then we're going to go ahead and take off the bottom one, which is literally right on the back. Alright, so the caliper should just slide right off now. If it doesn't come off, just kind of like tap it with a hammer very gently and just work it back and forth, back and forth. And as you can see, mine came off pretty simply. Out of the way so we don't have to do it at the end. We're going to go ahead and compress this piston, the caliper piston, back into place. Next, guys, just to get this caliper out of your way, support it with a bungee cord right here and just kind of tie it off up to your strut tower right here and just have it out of your way completely. So we're gonna go ahead and remove the brake pads now, as well as the caliper bracket. Now we have the brake pads off and we have the caliper off. Now next, to get this bracket off, what we're gonna do is, as you can see, if you go back here, that big bolt right here, that is a 17 millimeter, literally right here. You're gonna go ahead and take that first one off, and then right at the bottom down there, there's another 17 millimeter right to the right of your axle. You're gonna go ahead and take that one off next. Probably gonna need the big breaker bar for this so I can get some leverage. First one is off. All right, guys, I got my 3/8 drive breaker bar with a 17 mil. The first one is out. I'm gonna go ahead down to the bottom here and get this one off. And the bottom one is out. Now the bracket is free. Go ahead and take it right off, just like that, guys. All right, so now I'm just gonna take these old crappy shims off. And then we're gonna take a, got a wire brush right here. I'm gonna just clean out the slots for the shims so I can put a little bit of grease on those. You don't have to, but I generally prefer to. Just get all that rust so they don't stick next time you go to change your brakes. Or your pads, should I say. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and take some Caliper Grease. I'm gonna put a little bit, literally like right where I cleaned it off, so I'm gonna put some right here. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put my shims on. Go, there's one side. When you're putting your bolts back on, I highly recommend that you put some like never seize on them. And I use this stuff right here. It's the copper anti-seize. It's so good, and it literally never fades away like the gray stuff does. So just put a little bit on your bolts so that it makes it a lot easier when you go to take it apart again. Just take some brake cleaner, guys, get all the contaminants off of your rotor, if there is any, and a paper towel or napkin or whatever, rag, and just wipe everything off. All right, so now that we have our brake shims on, we're gonna go ahead and put this bracket back on here. Final product is on. Just look at that. Even the freaking plate on the outside is like carbon fiber. Those things look so sick. I hope these really perform good though. Like, I can't wait to try these things out, and I'm probably gonna bring them for a rip tonight. So all I have to literally do now is take a little bit of synthetic grease, put some right on the plate here. And you guys are probably wondering like why I do this. Well, it pretty much makes the caliper easy to come off every time you go to take it apart, so it doesn't stick onto the actual pad. So that's it, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed that quick little install, and I'm super pumped to go find out how the Duralast GTs perform on this thing, so I got to go ahead and pretty much put this whole side together and then take the other side apart and get that done, and then she'll be good to go. Also guys, I plan on mounting my summer tires onto this thing before next Tuesday, which is the track event, so I want to get those on. I got the brakes, and I won't be able to get my Progress rear sway bar in time because I got to still pay for the registration and some other things, so that's gonna have to wait. We'll see what other mods come along the way, I guess. So thank you guys for watching. Comment down below on how you think Project Midnight is going to perform. And a huge shout out to the 2,000 subscribers, guys. I never thought it was gonna happen. So I'll see all of you in the next video, and remember, never stop wrenching.